And here we welcome to techniques question number 1, part E with 6 marks. And this is a assertion reason style question where we need to look at the statements, decide from the assertion point of view, from the information we're given, and the top box we'll look at in a minute, whether they're true and false, and the reason side of the statements about the DSTM Agile project management application, whether they're true or false. After which, if either or both are considered false, we pick out the letter C, D, or E. If both are true, then we need to decide whether the reason explains the assertion, which we put the letter A if it does, but if it does not, we use the letter B. So we'll look at that again in a moment. So let's have a look at the question box. We have information here looking at the additional information provided with this question and look at the following answers. So have a look at the additional information which reflects on the work we're going to do in the solution development time box. And so let's have a look at the statements now that we have here. So first of all, the high quality output needed in this project means there's no room for iterative development. Well, of course, this is absolutely a false statement. There's always room where we decided we need to iterate, evolve the solution. Then there is room for iterative development. The high quality output just means we need to concentrate on the actual solution itself and make sure we plan the time box accordingly. Number 2, any rework required to meet the business vision's requirements should be controlled through iterative development. Well, of course, this is how we do it. We evolve the solution with the business ambassador participating in that as we go through the cycle, and then at the end of the completion of the time box, before at the end of refinement, we get the business visionary involved, looking at the overall requirements to complete. And any rewrote that might come out of that through consolidation, we can do it at that particular point. So that's true. The team should define detailed acceptance criteria in the delivery plan. Well, this is false. We do high-level acceptance in the delivery plan. We do the detailed acceptance in the time box planning, of course, especially through the investigation phase. So that's false. Number 4, the delivery plan should break into 16-week project into no more than 3. Well, that's a bit limiting. That would make them 5 weeks each. We don't really have time boxes of 5 weeks each. You could do, but in this case it wouldn't be practical. So 4 time boxes or more would be more realistic. So that's false. Number 5, the retaking of photographs cannot be allowed during a time box. Well, the retaking of photographs needs to be done during a time box. So again, this is false, and this is part of the iterative development process. We need to ensure that happens. So that's a false statement. Frequent prototypes or sample branding and design should be planned for in the refinement step. Well, this is also a true statement. The whole point is that if we need to do rebranding, we need to have a look at the designs and do some more of them, then we need to have planned for frequent reviews of those frequent prototypes in the refinement phase, which is when we're evolving the solution through iterative development. Okay, having completed, let's go to the reason statement now. Okay, DSTM only. An iterative process can stifle the autonomy of the creative team. Well, this is quite a wrong statement, because we know it does not stifle. In fact, giving more freedom than anything. So completely opposite of the answer. So this is false. Review points are built into the iterative development within the time box to determine whether further iteration is required. Well, of course we do that. This is why we have review points, and in fact the cycle for iterative development is thought, action and conversation. And so the conversation is around the reviews once we've done the work to see if we need to have any more time. And of course this gives the business an opportunity to decide whether the solution is complete or not at this point. And if it is, then that's it. We sign off that requirement and move on to the next one, which could be before or could be later than we actually originally envisaged by the estimation of the effort. So that's true. Number 3, the delivery plan should describe a schedule of focused time boxes for the next increment. Well, this is always very true. This is what the delivery plan is about. It's about the scheduling of time boxes through the increments, not any other planning at all. So that's a true statement. 4. Iterative development must be controlled by a cycle of 3 iterations. Well, the must is a bit strong, and in fact is wrong. For a structured time box, that's what we use, but of course we have a free format time box, which we do not use these 3 phases or 3 iterations. So this is a false statement. Number 5. Iterative development consists of thought, action, and conversation. And the review of the handbook will show that's exactly what it does. So that's true. The evolving solution is subject to iterative development process. This is also true. That's how we evolve a solution, is going through iterations, do a little piece of work, thought, action, conversation, get it reviewed, having tested it, get it reviewed, does the business like it? Any changes that they may feel may need to be done are then planned for a subsequent iteration for that particular requirement. So we evolve the solution the right way. So that is definitely true as well. Okay, now let's look at the answers and what we have for statements. So answer quite well. Statements 1, we have false for both, therefore we put the letter E. True or both true, we'll come back to that in a minute. 3, assertion false, reason true, so we use the letter D. 4, they're both false, so we use the letter E. 5 is like 3, false, true, so we use the letter D. And 6 is also both true. So let's look at 2 first. The fact that we have review points built into iterative development in case furthers are required, this does directly support the fact that any rework the business visionary may want to is controlled through that development. So the answer there is A. The evolving solution being subject to iterative development does support the fact that we have frequent prototypes being planned to be done during refinement, because refinement is going through a series of iterations. So the reason here directly supports the assertion as well. So the letter we use there is also A. So this is the first time you come across this style of box, this question layout. There are a few more throughout the paper to practice on. So taking that approach of doing each statement in its independence, true or false, and then you only need to marry up when you've completed that. And you only need to look at the reason against the assertion if they're both true. Take that practice, and a few more, hopefully be a lot more comfortable in attacking this type of question and the style. So any concerns about any of the information there and still not certain about the answers, then please review through the handbook in relevant areas on techniques and seek further help from the tutor through the platform if you are still a bit uncertain about any areas or wish for further clarification. Thank you.